My name is Jane Ka'alakahikina Mock Pang. I'm born and raised in Honolulu, Oahu, Hawaii, and I've been here over 50 years. The journey through aging and health equity has been with my husband, Victor Kaivi Pang. We've worked together over 51 years, building community capacity to promote health equity among Native Hawaiian Pacific Islanders, and have always been strongly advocating for the health and general welfare of Pacific Islanders, and especially starting with the Native Hawaiian community. The aging issues and challenges for our community is quite critical in that the community lacks the general education, resources, and really information for referral services as it relates to aging. One of our greatest health disparities is heart disease, high blood pressure, and problems with cognition. On islands, in many of our islands, we don't have the resources that we have here in Southern California. So in 1990, my husband got invited to serve on the Racial Ethnic Advisory Committee for Census. And through that effort, we've been able to work toward fully disaggregating Native Hawaiian Pacific Islander health data from Asian American data. Today, there are only 9 states that truly disaggregate Asian American from Native Hawaiian Pacific Islanders. So you can see our job is not quite done.
My tutu lady is my biggest inspiration. She's a huge part of our community with all of the councils and committees she's a part of. She's always there with a smile on her face. She is truly the most hardworking person I've ever met.
For the past 3 years, we've been doing the mini-cog test to assess our elders and for any cognitive limitation or mental health changes. Pacific Islander Health Partnership have been doing what we call wellness checks or phone banking, calling members and related community leaders. So we're doing that on a regular basis and now have done over 3,000 calls to our community. We're currently doing monthly vaccines at local churches, clinics, and helping the Orange County Healthcare Agency provide some tracking resources. So to educate our community in a very cultural, linguistic manner so everyone can understand, our Pacific Islander navigators are able to take the resources and messages out to the communities, and that's in critical need right now.
I think that in this culture specifically, it's really important to live with your elders or, just have an extended family. There's usually a few generations in the same household. For example, like my tutu lady has taught me so much about my culture. She's taught me about generosity, hospitality, sharing, and the importance of family over myself as an individual and caring about others.
I live at home with my granddaughters since my husband passed 2 years ago.
Since then, I feel like I have such an important role as a granddaughter to help her get her to her doctor's appointments, go grocery shopping. I help her cook, I help her clean. It feels good to have like a purpose now, being not only like important to myself, but important to someone else. And since then, our bond has been so much closer.
I think the community needs to understand that any close relationship, once you enter the bubble of a family of Native Hawaiian Pacific Islanders, if you're an elder, you're welcomed and embraced by that family, become their auntie and uncle. So this is something mainstream agencies are not aware of. So we have many friends who are now living with 2, 3, 4 generations in one home. And we have several of our board members for Pacific Islander Health Partnership who are now caring for their elders and maybe other family members within their own household. So household for us is not the immediate nuclear family. To close the gap for health disparities and provide health equity for Native Hawaiian and Pacific Islanders, I think it's critical that we continue to outreach and engage our students at all our institutions throughout Southern California, which has probably the largest number of Native Hawaiian Pacific Islanders.
Seeing her be a part of such an important thing, her work in the community inspires me to always give 100% with a smile on my face like she does.
We do an annual festival in September, and we've had much success with students who will travel down and participate in some of our programs. And they're engaged with the community, enjoy the community, and look forward to annual activities. So that's a commercial. Thank you.